What's up YouTube? I hope you are doing well and I hope you're having an awesome day so far. I want to say thanks so much for stopping by in the video. In today's video, I want to cover three major and probably the primary reasons why most of you, if not all of you, aren't seeing progress. Again, that relates to either fat loss or muscle gain. And a lot of you may know what I'm going to say already to some extent, but remember, repetition is the mother of skill. And in this case, it's also the mother of being annoying. But like I always say, eventually you're going to get tired of me saying this, or you're actually going to follow what I tell you, and then it's going to be music to your fucking ears. It's Coach John back again. In case you don't know who I am, you're stumbling upon me on the first time. I drop weekly fitness content to help you get to your goals faster and in a more enjoyable way. If you're interested in doing that, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button already because you know it's going to be a good one, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos I drop. Also, make sure you follow me on my Instagram. Shoot me any fat loss, muscle gain, fitness related questions that you may have right there, and I will respond to you. All right, let's go ahead and just dive right in. Okay, again, most of you need to hear this because I get these DMs every single day. People that are stuck, maybe you are trying to lose fat, the scale isn't moving, you seem to look the same in the mirror day after day, week after week. Maybe you're trying to gain muscle and you feel like you're eating so much food and you're somehow not gaining weight. You're not getting stronger. You've hit this inevitable sort of a plateau that holds people back for years. Well, I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to hold you back. As long as you fix these three issues, and you're likely to have at least one of them, then you're going to be on the path to greatness when it comes to your fitness. The first one is a combination of tracking two things: tracking calories, nutrition, and tracking body weight. You need these two data points. Despite what all these other people will tell you, the scale doesn't tell everything. You don't need to track calories. Look at what those people actually look like. Sure, there may be one or two of them that look great, probably due to their great genetics, but I know most of them and they don't look so good for a reason. If you're trying to guess, it's like a business person coming up and saying, you don't need to track your business, don't track your sales, don't track your income, just work hard and everything will be okay. Well, I bet you think you're working hard, don't you? And you probably are. But working hard is one thing, working smart is another. You want to do both. In this case, working smart means getting data. If you're not tracking your calories, guess what? You only think you're eating a lot. I was there. I thought I was eating a lot at one time. I actually gathered the data only to find that I was actually eating as much as the average woman does. And I was a very young male, very athletic, very active, with a high metabolism. It was no wonder I was seeing no results, despite what I thought. And on the other hand, same thing. People think that they're eating so well. I got 300-pound people coming to me telling me their diet, when it sounds like their diet would have them losing weight at a rapid 10 pounds per week. Given what they told me. Of course, they're not tracking 90% of the time. And if I ask you, how many calories are you eating average week to week or day to day? If you give me a range of 500 calories, between 1,500 and 2,000, well, guess what? You're not tracking accurately. And same thing on the body weight scale. Of course, the scale doesn't tell the whole story, but it's foolish to think that you don't need it to tell the whole story. You do, but you need a bunch of other things to tell that whole story as well. If you miss parts of that story, this one being a very important part, you'll never get the whole story. So you still need that data point to know whether or not you're moving in the right direction or not. Because if you have total amount of calories you're eating week to week and your total body weight week to week, and you see that they're the same week to week, don't you think you'd change something? Because you have the data right in front of you telling you, look, this is exactly what's happening. Guessing is gone, and once guessing is gone, you can finally focus on making good results. So that's why I always preach this, and that's why you need to start doing it if you haven't yet, or else you'll never see the results you want to see. Next is adjusting your nutrition as you go. Remember, this means fat loss or muscle gain regardless. A lot of people will get their first calories or start tracking, or they'll just start eating more arbitrarily. They'll start eating less arbitrarily. They'll switch in the junk food snacks for the nutrient-dense salads, for example, and they'll start seeing some great results. and then they convince themselves, or they get fooled into thinking that that's all they need to do for results to continue. But of course, your body adapts constantly and very quickly. So whatever you start doing, once you start eating a bit more food, your body's going to adapt. Sure, you'll get a little bit stronger, but eventually you're going to plateau. On the other hand, your body's metabolism is going to drop to make sure that you're not constantly staying in a deficit. The only way to battle these two ends of the spectrum is by, again, monitoring the data and adjusting as you need to. In other words, once you hit that plateau, which you'll know because you're tracking those two data points we mentioned in the first point, then you can actually adjust one of those data points, the nutrition side of things, whether it's calories, macros, both. Maybe it's adding in cardio to elicit the same caloric deficit or surplus. And then from there, you're gonna see more progress on the scale. You're gonna see more progress in the progress pictures, more in the measurements, more strength in the gym, more confidence, more energy levels, all of that good stuff. If you don't adjust your nutrition, that's why these crash diets don't work. A 4-week diet, a 7-day meal plan that I used to do in the past, I realized, yeah, they're great for 7 days. Unfortunately, for those of you out there that get those, well, turns out that this fitness thing is, how long is it? Oh yeah, it's for life. So 7 days is gonna last you 7 days. What do you do then? 7 weeks is only gonna last you 7 weeks. You're inevitably gonna hit that ceiling. So what do you do then? You need the data points and you need to adjust accordingly. By the way, if you want some help on knowing how and when to adjust, you can check the video that I recently posted right here. All right, the third is one that I think the majority, if not all of these have been so far, but this one is going to be even the people that track. Okay, the third one is weekends are free for all. That's right, that's right. You want to have too much fun on the weekends, but it's not that. You don't understand that you can have the fun you want to have on the weekends and still get to your results. But instead, people's week, their routine, everything goes out the window on the weekends. They go over by just a few hundred calories on Friday and a few hundred calories on Saturday and maybe a few thousand on Sunday. And then they wonder how they're never seeing results even though they're tracking their calories. Or maybe you're going out and you're binge drinking every weekend. Well, obviously these two things are not sustainable, or you can't balance the two when you're trying to get in the best shape possible, or at least see some very significant progress in your fitness results. This is your reminder. If you keep messing up, if you go Monday to Friday, nobody's impressed. I am not impressed. Nobody cares, okay? Because anybody can go Monday to Friday or Monday to Friday afternoon, right? It's what you do from Friday afternoon to Monday morning that's gonna matter 10 times more for your results. So ask yourself, do you take the weekend seriously? Because just like the guy who once told me back in the day when I was young and I was looking for the secret, and he said, the biggest thing that made the change in my amazing physique, if I might add, is going 5 days a week to 7 days a week. Okay, and again, if you follow the system, if you follow the calorie tracking, gathering the data, you can fit in certain foods or certain events or whatever the case may be on the weekends. You can plan and prepare for them and still see progress anyways. However, it's those that don't plan, don't prepare, and just go way off the rails on the weekends that tend to stay exactly where they are, see no results, get frustrated, and think that this whole calorie tracking, fat loss, muscle gain thing doesn't work. Those people are the majority, unfortunately, because it's very difficult to stay consistent and disciplined enough to still stay on track on those weekends. In fact, I've seen more people fall off because of weekends and their lifestyle that they want to live that actually doesn't help their health or their life at all, except for some instant pleasure that only leads to instant regret the next morning or whatever the case may be. I've seen countless of those people fall off in the last 11 years. I'm one of the few that was able to last and stay disciplined throughout the weekends eventually, and that's why I am where I am today with my fitness results, and I keep seeing them week after week. So if you want to do the same, I suggest you start to at least plan your weekends out better instead of just going off the rails. Again, the weekends are not a time that you need to be completely strict and turn it into a weekday if that's not what you want to do, but it's about planning and preparing and still fitting that lifestyle within your fitness goals, okay? So that way you can actually have a fit lifestyle that enhances your life instead of takes over it, and that's always the point. So those are the three main reasons why you may not be seeing the results you want to see or any results at all and you're frustrated. Do these three things consistently week after week for at least 2 months, and then come talk to me about how frustrated you are that you're seeing the craziest gains of all. That's it, everyone. Thanks so much. Like I said before, thanks so much for watching. As always, I appreciate you, love you. Comment below any other topics you'd like to see. Shoot me a direct message on Instagram if you need some more help. And of course, as always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so I don't miss you in the next video. That's it. I'm out.